Best one,
You want me to look it all up?
but it's up to you.
I don't mind. If you want me to record it. You got it?
I don't think it's on.
Is it on now? Oh, yeah. Yes.
If you want to point the other microphone.
Away. Away with you. Oh, that's loud. All right. Good morning, everyone. I am going to just dive right in. I'm going to do a well played. Unlike all this talk about a VR and virtual reality and all that, I'm going to go a little bit old school. And I'm doing my whole presentation on my phone. Let's hope it works.
That's new school.
Yeah, right. Old school content, new school delivery. So I'm going to talk on Verby nouns. And I'll tell you what that is in just a second. But quickly, a little bit about me. I'm the director of the Carnegie Mellon's Entertainment Technology Center. We do a little bit of games, a little bit of everything. We theme, we do interactive storytelling. I also help run the ETC Press, which I'll mention a little bit more later. And you can find me at whiteside.com. Well played. Is anybody not familiar with well played?
Well played.
Hey. So for those who might not be now shy, because I'm very shy, well play is really about trying to do close readings of video games, understanding in two sort of senses, like a well-read version of a well played. So if you're a good game player, you're well played. If you're somebody who reads a lot, you're well read. Also in terms of well made, what makes a game work? What makes it? How could it be better? What makes it good? What makes it bad? So it's about analysis and criticism, diving deep into gameplay and narrative, and looking at the design and development, and then sort of unpacking what it means to be literate in the game space. So I assume a lot of us are literate in various ways, and as we develop our masteries as game players and scholars and developers, that's sort of what well played is sort of hinting at. And it started actually as presentations, and this is my little Easter egg for Rachel and Michelle. He and I did a well played together at GLS, Jiminy Crickets, 8 years ago, something like that? I am in the Midwest, sorry. I'm trying to be polite. On Uncharted 2, which he was the developer, and some of the well plays are a lot of fun when I can get the developer up on stage with me and then we disagree. And Rich and I actually were, I remember one key scene that I interpreted in a way that he sort of was like, wait a sec, that's not what we meant. It led to a series of books that are out there and about. It's also been tracks at conferences. Brian continually invites me back here to give well plays, but we've also had tracks at GLS. As a track, Digger has a track, Games for Change, it's been an Indiecade, and there's an ongoing journal now. So those are the forums where you can sort of find things about well played. So now Verby nouns. When I say Verby nouns, I'm meaning this sort of genre of casual games. Epitomated with Flappy Bird. People play Flappy Bird? Yes? All right. So you all have those scars. So I'm going to try to play all 10 of these games today, to unpack this sort of game genre that I think has some similarities. And there's so many more. These are just 10 that I'm kind of familiar with. And while I was prepping, more got released and more got announced. And so I'm just going to try to play. And some of these I know better than others, but I'm going to dive into this genre. So it's going to be sort of a casual well played looking at this. And casual because I'm going to try to dip into all of these different games. I'd like to kind of give you a sense of my experience with these games. I'll be honest, I've played them way too much. I still play Crossy. You'll see some of my scores. That's an old screenshot. But I've kind of gone to some forums just to get a sense of some of the secrets I've found in games. I have spent some money. They have in-app purchases, all these types of genre does. I have spent some. I don't really do Game Center notifications because that drives me bananas. But what I really want to look at is sort of like the commonalities and variations within this genre that I think make up a particular type of casual game that can be quite compelling / addictive. So looking at the commonalities, I want to kind of unpack mechanics and features in these games. Mostly they're endless runners, procedurally generated fields, where you're working on and then you just keep playing and try to get your high score. Often simple controls, one finger, one touch type controls are the norm, with very difficult challenges, as if those of us who played Flappy Bird know. So here's my test. All right, let's see if I can play games live.
No pressure.
And the sound works. Shit, I can't look at that screen. That's gonna mess me up. Oh! Look at that, that's my best. I don't play very much. Flappy Bird's equal. So just another so Flappy Bird's kind of like distills this to an essence. Oh! Oh, that's not unusual in Flappy Bird. So that's a lot of Flappy Bird. Wait, one more time for you guys. Let's see if I can. Oh, merciless, unforgiving, but I'm just one touch tap. So that's like a good sense of like one of the first ones that came out there. Is it gonna work? It's working. So that's Flappy Bird, just to give you a little nutshell. Some other commonalities. They're often free to play. You can just download them and give them a try because they're gonna hook you with their in-app purchases, and there are ads involved in these experiences. For some people, that's a deal breaker, but for other people, that's just the price you pay. I often tend to play these games where I'm sitting down and I end up with the phone in my chest because I'm like, oh, ad, and I'll like watch it because I'm gonna get something for that. And another thing they often do is they have this 6-hour time frame where they'll regenerate either rewards or currency or missions, and you sort of like, if you burn through that, you can either pay or watch ads to get more, or you can just wait 6 hours. So give you a sense to do little faily breaks. It is Verby nouns. Although some of them don't actually go Verby nouns. Oh, I love it. Listen to it load. So faily breaks is one that does especially nice ragdoll physics, and you can unlock certain characteristics here and do some random stuff. I've played this one probably the least. Maybe this is Steppy Pants. You get the idea, it's really setting you up. Oh my god! And that hitting. Look at that. Like, shit, it's hard to. Oh, I cannot look at the screen. Oh. Some good ragdoll physics there. Ooh, look, free gift. So I get coins. So I tried not to play these for a couple days just so I could get some, so I can win a prize now. I can win a car for 100. Yay! I'm gonna do a car. Come on. What's a costume? So it's randomized. Oh, look at that! Rah.
You got all
So you can unlock stuff. Oh, there you go. Now I'm on Frosty Steps. Sorry, I didn't ignore you to look down on my screen. So again, really simple controls, just left and right. Collecting coins because that's like realistic physics. Oh! So that's faily breaks. Alright, faily breaks. Moving on. You can kind of see high scores. There's light social. You can share pictures of your stuff. You can get out there with Game Center. You can also, mostly it's around pictures and if you get scores, but then some of them start digging. They often have missions that sort of tweak how you play the game, which I'll unpack a little, and there can be random unlockables that, like you're saying when I won the cars. Like I could pick one of the 3s, bam, I got that one. I could have picked one of the other 2. So they give you a lot of randomizing within the gameplay, which I think, those of us who understand gamification, randomization gives us a nice little hook to keep trying again. Let's dive right into Steppy Pants. You just can't make up the names of these games. It's got a zombie theme right now. And then they continually update content. That's another way they hook you. You can play the game and then they're like, there are new pants you can wear. Here you unlock pants a lot. What's really simple here is you hold to take a step. Oh, dude, I wiped out first step. Man, it's so good. Look at the screen. So it's got a little guap, benefades. Okay, now I gotta step the cracks. Damn it. Oh! And so that's kind of Steppy Pants for you. It's why I always thought I'd do a lot of these, is that it's so simple. So we get past one crack. Come on. Whoa! Oh, my one weakness. So Steppy Pants. And you can unlock costumes in Steppy Pants. Is what you do. So there's a lot of replayability since of the procedural generation and of the randomness. You can kind of just get in. Usually they have typed gameplay loops, so you can play for just minutes at a time. It's a great mobile game genre in that you can play it in line. I don't recommend playing it in the car. But that type gameplay loop really helps in terms of you pick it up and put it down pretty much instantly. And they give you lots of goals in terms of commonalities. Like they'll have missions that you can attribute. You're trying to get higher scores across time. You can collect more and more coins. As you can see, a lot of these games have coins in game currency. So they help you do like short-term and long-term type things. So you're balancing a lot of this as you're playing these games. And now let's play Shooty Skies. Oh, damn it. Excuse me. I meant to say gosh darn it. So this is Shooty Skies. This is made by the developers of Crossy Road. some developers specialize in this. Oh, this is so cute. So again, you hold down to shoot, you let go to charge 0. Oh god, press it. Oh, I missed that. Excuse me. I play much better than I look at screen behind me. So look, I'm leveling up to the point, I got 366, I can get there to the chest. I can collect my daily reward, yes. And it rewards me for playing days in a row. My rewards go up if I continue to play multiple days in a row. And they're equal. I can win prizes, which is, again, randomly. Here's what's interesting, and I'll unpack this a little. Looking at the cost of in-game currency to how much you get. So you can tell I have about 5,000 up top. And it cost me 500 coins to try to unlock this thing, so that's a pretty big ask. But it takes me a while to earn 500 coins, and I get something. Oh, werewolf game. So there you go, I can play with werewolf game. And it'll probably change, like the game's pretty much similar, and you might have different power-ups. It usually doesn't affect the gameplay. Oh, I want that present. That gummy rabbit. So there you go, that's Shooty Skies. So again, you're starting to see some commonalities of how they play. Oh wait, we're running out of health. If we watch an ad, we can keep going. You want to watch an ad?
Yeah.
You want to pay 55 gold?
Watch the ad.
I'm sorry, we're watching the ad. Anybody seen this ad? Oh yeah, right? Feel my pain.
Oh no.
Yes.
Download it right now, free for the App Store.
So I was talking to a colleague when this ad came out, and he's like, this is what it takes to stand out in the casual field? The market's broken. Like you have to get Arnold into your ad. And this is a whole genre of games, Mobile Strike, and I think you could do your own well played on. But in these types of games that we're talking about here, with these sort of Verby noun games, you ads all the time. And what's interesting, they hit them on terms of like, it's interesting how frequent the ads will come, in terms of what they can give you and how long they are. They tend to range from 10 to 30 seconds. And sometimes some games will like reward you for watching the minute ad by giving you something real at the end. Production values have gone sky high. Like that's Arnold Schwarzenegger in an ad. That has nothing to do with the gameplay. If you look over to the right, that's an interactive tutorial ad for Mobile Strike, where you can actually play a bit of the game while you're watching the ad. Because they're trying to teach you, and then they're like, oh, now download it now. So what's interesting, and I'm going to try not to actually look at ads in-game, because sometimes they crash the game with the phone, particularly when you're pumping it through with the projector. But it's crazy how much the production values have gone up on these ads, because they really want you to watch, and you're like, oh, it's just this little sort of turn-based RPG, but Arnold's in it, and he's got a shotgun. All right, so looking at variations. So we've kind of covered the commonalities in there, but what makes these games a little different is you can't just make the same game again and again and again. Some things that they do, you can have actually unlockable boards that might change the gameplay a little. So not just the characters and the clothing. In Pac-Man 256, you can unlock the boards themselves, and I'll unpack that in a second. Then franchise tie-ins. So the makers of Crossy Road were reached out to by the makers of Pac-Man and said, ooh, make us one of these endless runners with Pac-Man. I think it's one of the more clever franchise tie-ins, and they do it with unlockable boards. So let's play Pac-Man 256. Somebody say 257. Oh, come on, load. This one's got a good soundtrack too. It's never fast enough. There you go. Nostalgia right there, come on. Oh, I'm totally good. You can get power-ups like this, little tornado. Tornado goes out for graduates. Oh, this is my favorite power-up. So they made an endless runner out of Pac-Man. If you can see, the 256 bug is following me. There it is right there. It's coming up. So if I don't continue moving up, so you could pay for 16 in-game currency. I could continue this game. I can watch an ad right now. That's off. Ooh, if I got 5 of 5 tornadoes. I get a prize. 32 coins, come on. So, talking about in-game currency and where it goes, I'm getting 32 coins to get to 40,000. That's how much I'm playing this too much. To give you a sense. All right, so now they give me a new mission, eat 0 5 Pac-Man power-ups. So to kind of unpack this for some people who haven't played this. They actually add these power-ups that give you a little different powers. So like you saw the beam, you saw the tornado, there's like freeze ray, slows people down. All these different power-ups you can use during the gameplay. You can pick and load up 3 for the game. And now if you can see the theme, the board changed underneath. So this is something you can unlock with different types of boards to play on. And in some ways, it doesn't matter too much, particularly the weird ones like the Crossy Road board. You know, it's a little bit of a franchise tie-in, but what's fascinating to me is they go harken back to some classic variations of Pac-Man, and the gameplay feels like those old variations. So like this 3D Pac-Man, if you play it, it feels more like that one. Like this classic one feels a little bit looser, just like it would in an arcade. So they've done some really clever things with how these unlock. Changes it just a little. You can turn it on random a lot, so you can just like let it load up a theme and different things every time you want. So that's Pac-Man 256. So they're like giving you boards and tying into a franchise to sort of increase the gameplay variabilities. Also, some games start doing a little bit of leveling, like RPG type elements here. And they can give you power-ups in the game that can change, like we just saw with the tornado and Pac-Man. So I'm going to play Ludi Dungeon here just to show you some more. Let's see. Is it Ludi Dungeon? I am playing Ludi Dungeon. What I love about these games is somebody's like, you're playing 10 games in 1 hour? It's like, I could do it in a half an hour for these types of games. So Ludi Dungeon is an endless dungeon crawler. Ooh, nice little touch here where you touch your finger, the eye follows. So I got some coins just for coming back. They love me. Now it's loading up new quests, collect 10 gold, defeat 10 monsters, defeat 4 bosses, the boss levels in Ludi Dungeon. So really quickly, just so you know, like, you get characters and they actually have some abilities that change the gameplay slightly. Like this is the Game Master. He knows all the stats of all the enemies. And he knows how much. This is the pirate with a parrot. And you can level up. You see at the top, I'm at my 2nd level and I'm almost done getting to level 3. It shows me some of the characteristics of these things, what they can do. Look, it's a kitty cat. There's all kinds of stuff. No theme and pulling stuff. Like here's a nice Knight Rider card. Or you can do like question mark, it'll just randomly load stuff. So let's be random. One thing I don't like about Ludi Dungeon when you're random, I'm not sure who I'm playing right now. So I don't know my abilities unless I really study the game. But again, one button touch is all you're doing. Trying to avoid stuff. Oh, I cannot look over my shoulder. Exit the dungeon. Oh look, light a torch. Traps. A mouse drops poo. You can collect poo. Of course you can. Let's see if we make this up. Oh, look at that, I got hit. Let me get 10 gold. You can't get out of the dungeon until you either kill the monster or collect the gold sometimes. They'll trap you in the dungeon if you don't fulfill what needs to be done. And it won't tell you really in advance, it'll just highlight it if you try to leave. You haven't advanced. Oh, I died. Level 2 tells me what I've done, how I'm leveling up. Collect collect enough gold. Bingo, more coins. This is awesome. And again, you can kind of go random and collect characters. You saw how I got like 10 coins there, so I'm trying to get 30,000. I played this a lot. They're asking 500 per pull on my little random looty dungeon thing. Let's see what happens. Spartan. I already had the Spartan, but it lets me level it up since it came up again. So I didn't get a new character. It feels like you guys are cheering me on. Thanks so much. Let's try again. I want to see if I can get something new. But it's costing me.
Do you like playing this one? It seems like you like playing this one.
No, I hate this game. I hate them all. No, I play them way too much. Come on, something new. No? So it's letting me level up some characters. And I just burnt like a lot of my coins. So it's like, man, do I want to do it again or not? Let's not. I'm not going to go broke in front of you all. I saw a post on Gama Sutra calling these wordy noun games, where they're trying to compare them to Angry Birds and Candy Crush, and then like Where's My Water and Cut the Rope. And I really don't think it's not really related. I think they were stretching on this Gama Sutra article because these games have levels. You're really trying to collect 3 to get past the level. It's not an endless runner. You're not really very different gameplay genre, I believe. But some people try to smash them together. I think just because they like wordplay. Maybe, I don't know. But I wanted to try to get at a Goldilocks. We talked about commonalities and variations. What's a Goldilocks game that really has the best stuff? It's not too little, not too much, just right there. That's a really good set of features. So I think when it comes to Goldilocks is the time and effort it takes you to earn currency. Like that's important. So you feel like you're earning enough currency in relation to the cost of unlockables. So like when you're asking, do I like Looty Dungeon? It is, but man, 500 is a big ask when you're earning just like 10 coins a play. So that's a hard ask, and it takes you a while to earn up enough. To get a sense of that, let's just play Crossy Road, one of the original ones, right after Flappy Bird Crossy Road came out. And Crossy Road just proved that with Frogger, you can make money. So it's one of the classic endless runners. And it's a chicken, because why would the chicken cross the road? Duh! Go Crossy Road, go. And I have everything set on random here, so this is a random character and a random setting. Oh! Free gift. That's what I get. 80 coins? This is how much I play Crossy Road. 264,000 at 80. And then it gives me a little mission. Can I scare 4 birds? So it changes my gameplay just a little. Oh, I just scared 1, I just scared 2. So easy. This is a squirrel, you can collect nuts. You figure that out by collecting nuts. You start having a pile of nuts. There's another nut. So very reminiscent of Frogger. My pile of nuts getting higher and higher. There's another bird. I scared that sucker. So I can complete this mission. So there's another one. I'll be cocky. There we go. Let's get 4 birds. Oh, but I got 4 birds scared. Another prize. I'm such a winner. 80 coins. Oh man. One of the things that's interesting is I'm gonna get a new quest in 5 hours and 59 minutes. There's that 6 hours I'm taking it. They do some really interesting things here. It's mostly just characters, but this is how bad I am at Crossy Roads. I've unlocked all 185. Or how bad it is that I play so much, but they kind of theme them. They have some mystery ones where I've had to go to forums to figure out how to unlock them. And now their interface starts breaking because to scroll through 155 takes a while. 185. A lot of characters. And not much gameplay, but let me see if I can find something too. Oh, look. Wow. Where's Sai? They partner with Sai. So the game changes a little. So now it's about being on the dance stage. Oh! So you get a dance top. My dance score is 650, baby. Look Wow.
Let's go!
Go all the way back to random. So then it can just like, it'll load up stuff all the time. So I played way too much Crossy Road. Like, oh look, winner! But they're pretty much all play the same. And you do die a lot. One more time. Oh. I get cocky. So that's Crossy Road. But what's nice about Crossy Road is you can kind of see, I've unlocked them all, they cost 100 coins to unlock something. I'm getting a lot of coins pretty quickly, so it's a nice, feels more a fair ratio in terms of like, oh, I'm unlocking coins and I can unlock something pretty quickly. So I feel like that makes it even more compelling to keep playing. It's like, oh my gosh, I can get 100 coins in like 5 minutes. Then I can try to unlock something. There are in-app costs. Crossy Road, 99 cents for a character. You'll see something. So it's interesting in terms of these IAP costs, how it balances towards the amount and value of the ads you're looking at, and also the amount and value of the time you put into it. So like 99 cents, that's kind of a quick little like, oh, I'll buy that, 99 cents, sure. Because Crossy Road was free. Initially, I was like buying some characters because I'm like, this game is brilliant, I want to reward the developers with my money. But some of them, the balance feels a little bit different, where you're like, wow, that character is $6? Why am I gonna pay $6 on a character unlocked? So let's play Rodeo Stampede, which is a little bit different in terms of its balance. Where are you, Rodeo Stampede? There you are. I'm so excited. They updated this with some new content last week, and I've been saving it for you all. So we can unlock it together. Come on, loud. I was worried I'm going to overload my phone by trying to play too many games. Oh, it's going. Yay! Alright, so like you can tell here, look, I can go to this gamekeeper. The characters are $3.99 to unlock. That feels a bit much. Open for business. Because I have a zoo in Rodeo Stampede, I can tempt people to come and visit my zoo. 30 families are going to come. Come on, load the ad. Oh, you bastard. This will often load an ad right up top. Almost 90% of the time, it'll load an ad right above the 30 families. That goes double your number of families with the power of marketing. Which I thought was interesting for two reasons. It was sort of like being clever about, oh, you're going to watch an ad, we're kind of theming it into our game. And then instead of getting 1,200 coins, I would get 2,400 coins. 24,000. But they're not giving me the ad because I'm in front of you guys. So interestingly enough, this ad right here is the most valuable ad you can watch in all the games I've showed so far. Because all the other ones, it's like, oh, I can start playing again. But this game will drown you in ads if you do that. So I can open up the zoo, here comes people, yay, look at all the characters. And the characters that are in the zoo are the ones you got playing the game. Which I haven't done yet, because now we're going to go to the map. So they have worlds, and you earn this currency. And if you can see, the currency is kind of crazy. I have 3,400,000 coins. I do not play this game that much. So there's like the Outback, level 1, and there's more than, I think it's Outback Jungle, the Himalayas, and then there's the new stuff. Let's go to the new stuff. New animal sighted. And my boat in the sky is bigger. Let's go find them. This game kind of themes it up a little around your gameplay, but here's the bulk of the gameplay right here. So you just hold the finger down and you're ready, but then your animal's gonna, oh look, new characters. Get on one of those suckers. Yeah. You have to unlock it by staying on it long enough. Oh, I got the red kangaroo. Take a picture. And I can share that with my friends, but I don't have any, so and now, oh, then I wrecked. So now it's encouraging me to have a habitat so I can earn money with my brand new unlocked kangaroo. It's going to crash the game. Oh, here it is. For $12,000, man, those kangaroos are expensive. You can kind of level up your habitats. Like if you look here at the level, my yak habitat's at level 9, the max level, which means it gives you different characteristics of how the game changes. Let's go back to riding. One more level. Let's unlock one more character. no. Oh. So what you do is you hold your finger down when you're on the animal, touch those emissions. Then you let go to leap to another one. And stay on the sucker. And you try to avoid stuff, obviously. Oh, I got a better image. That's good. Oh, I'm much better at this game than. Right, I'm not going to build a sheep appetite. So unlocking something like that, all of a sudden this ensures that probably tomorrow I'll be playing this game a lot. Because I'm like, oh, exploring territory, unlock animals. So they do a really nice job of giving you the characters, but the cost is kind of high in terms of what you, like you're saying 12,000 coins. So then something comes into like, what are the length of your play sessions? It's something I think that's a nice Goldilocks moment. It's a sweet spot, like I feel like in terms of mobile, standing in line, you can play it, you can put it down. They all are endless runners, so to go towards high scores means you're starting to play much longer. Like one time I was playing Pac-Man 256, and I think my high scores were riding just under 10,000, and I got, I think, close to 30,000. And I was like, but it took me like 15 minutes, and that's a weird, when I'm used to playing it back to back to back. And again, a big Goldilocks moment is what's the rate of your currency? How much are you getting for how much time and effort to the unlockables? Disney Crossy Road does some interesting things here. Because if you notice the randomization of the unlockables, sometimes you get the same thing you already have. And you're like, oh, that sucks. I just lost 500 coins for that. So another like franchise tie-in. This is Crossy Road with Disney characters. But they actually changed the gameplay based on the franchise they're tied into. So this is Toy Story. And it's probably the most chaotic to play because things are everywhere. Just need 110 hops today to unlock today's mission. Oh, like a free gift. 120 coins. Alright, let's win a prize. They have 2. So normal over here on the red, 100 coins. Let's try to unlock something. The suspense. Oh, I already had him. But now I get coins for the duplicate one, which guarantees you'll get a new one. But if you go look at the costs, it's wait, let's get back there. Gimme. So for 500 over here on the right, I can guarantee myself something I don't have already. Let's do it. So I think this is a nice addition. If Crossy Road they don't do anything, but I've never had this character before, so I've unlocked a white rabbit in Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Rare.
And it's a rare one, yeah. And now look, totally different board, gameplay a little different. You still hop in an endless runner, but it's a little. Oh, I don't even know why I got hit. And then you can also randomize, but if you look again, scrolling, like you can go by franchise up here, all the different characters. They're letting you unlock. I think I have 148 of 312. Crazy. Here's what I've unlocked. All kinds of crazy stuff. You can do random again, so just get some stuff coming up. This is Tangled. And it's a little bit crazier than regular Crossy Road. I want to get to 110 while we're here together. Yeah, 110 hops. Check it out. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Daily unlock. Man, I got Buzz Lightyear. That is a good one. So like you can it really piles on with the franchise and the unlockables and Disney Crossy Road. And one of the things I really like about what they're trying to do. With Disney Crossy Road is that it also gets at that value of your time spent, so that even if I'm unlocking some random stuff that I already have, I slowly accrue towards something where I'm guaranteed something new. So again, I think another hook to like, oh, just keep playing. You'll get those coins that you need. So that's kind of, I think, some of the Goldilocks things, like those features of like the replayability, how much coinage you earn in the time frame, and how much it gets you in terms of in-app purchases or unlockables. Now I want to talk about a unicorn. A very, very unique game. It is Landsliders, so it's in the genre, even though it's not Landy Slide or something, or Slider Land. But I feel like the gameplay is reminiscent, so I forgave it its verbiage. Landsliders is a really interesting game. It's, again, very simple mechanics. I'm going to play it really quickly for you. I think we got some unlocking happening here too. So I took some time off. Pretty great. That's an awesome name for a studio. So again, you can see characters you can unlock. Right now I'm playing as photogenic tacos. So that's Instagram. You gotta go here, all kinds of characters you can unlock. Animals, people, things. Yeah, so it's really giving you a variety. Let's go play. So this one you slide the land out from under you. And collect like, oh no, idiot. So there are bad guys like this sucker who will run from you. Oh, monkey. Because why not? Oh, monkey. But if you don't get rid of the snowman, he'll shoot snowballs at you. You finish when you kind of keep going. Oh, free, hearts, here's there's water. Where's some other bad guys? Some bad guys have characteristics. Oh, like the bears, they'll chase you, but they'll fall asleep. You can get quests. Grab 200 lights. 200 go. Here come the bears. Come get me. They're not the smartest. Get hearts. This little turtle cactus. Don't run into them. The monkey can be recalled or bombs. It says when you're alive. The dinosaurs will pop after you. Oh, bear got me. So it has light leveling up abilities. You can see I've got 130 and 300. I'll level up. You can also collect packages. Which color? Red, yellow, blue.
Red.
Red? Really? All right, let's see. 115. So another 6 hours of unlocks. I've got 50,000 at that rate. You know how much I should not be playing this game. And then you can like some more characters. You can buy characters. You can spend coins on characters. They'll do theming here. The reason I kind of call this a unicorn is it started building. One of the interesting things, it's not happening right now, but as you're going, you can see sort of the worlds I was in. I started seeing coordinates in the puzzles. I'm like, what the heck's going on? If you click on it, you get this weird thing coming up. I had no idea what was going on. And I was like, is this an ARG? And I started going on the forums. It's an ARG. They did an alternate reality game in the real world based on landsliders around the world. So if you went to the coordinates, they left things there for you, the developers did. You could unlock it, and so a whole bunch of players started playing together because it was all around the world. And if you go to these slides are up live, so I'm happy to share that slide share, but if you go to Touch Arcade, they really unpack what happened to the ARG, where somebody was actually able to go to this setting here and unpack a prize. You know, held on, and I was like, what the hell? Why do you have an ARG with a little Verby noun type game? It's free to play, you know? But they like just layered on this love in terms of, so that's why I started feeling more like a unicorn to me. It's like, they went the 9th mile, the 11th mile. So, looking at Verby noun games, believe it or not, we just went through 10. I think it's an interesting casual game genre. Mechanics and features are, I think, what add up to what makes it a genre in and of itself. So that's why I like to pull out the wordy noun type games, those Angry Birds, completely different type of game. And the mobile strikes, I think you could do your own thing on that. We really covered the commonalities and variations, I think, of these types of games. And you got a sense of like where that Goldilocks moment is, in my mind, in terms of like that sweet spot of replayability. And then like a unicorn, like something that really sort of plussed up the characteristics in there. And there's so many more since I started doing this. Faily Riders coming out, Blocky Hockey, Wrecky Road, Drifty Chase. It's never ending. So this is a genre people are mining. Some with better. And I know I was talking to Mark Chin, who's somewhere in the room, I think. He did Unflappable Academic. So it's sort of like a homage to Flappy Bird, but it's all about can you earn tenure, which is impossible. Because he's a Mark's an eagle like that. And so like it just keeps coming. But it's an interesting genre game. So that's it. Well played of a whole bunch of casual games in the genre. 2 things, then I'm happy to take questions. Our latest issue of Well Played is going to be a Let's Play, so it's all videos. The journal articles tend to be like somebody trying to write up about gameplay mechanics. And presentations like this, it's so much easier for me to show you what I'm talking about than it is to like try to write up the variations. So we thought it'd be interesting to try to do something with Let's Play. So all the submissions are video. We're doing a second round of editing with all the submitters. Like Mark was one of the ones who submitted, actually. So we're going to actually put it up online. It's an all video issue of Well Played, so you can go watch the videos. Some of the, Mark did 2, I think Mark did 2, right? And we have somebody who did a great one on, what is it, the South Park, The Stick of Truth, one of the better ones. So, and we also have an open call for participation around Euro games from the 80s. So Richard, I'm looking at you. We try to do special calls every year. This tend to be more popular issues, like last year's was on, what was last year? We've done weird games, romance games. Anyways, you can find information right there at the Well Played link at the bottom. That's my presentation. Happy to take questions about anything to do with Verby nouns. And it is possible to do your whole presentation off your phone and not crash it.